What's going on? This is the Dozen Trivia Tournament presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Real juice, real vodka, 100 calories, absolutely delicious, and I'm enjoying it as you get ready for this 1 versus 9 seed matchup in the Dozen Trivia Tournament between the top seed, the Frank and the Frankettes, against Gen XYZ. Frank and the Frankettes have not dropped a match since October and have been the #1 ranked team in the fan poll every single week since it started. They've been easily the best team in the Dozen Trivia Tournament since the start last April. But will Gen XYZ, a very strong 9 seed, some that many think are rather underseeded, catapult off their record-setting performance in round 1 to take down the Frankettes in what would only be called a monumental upset? It's the Frankettes against Gen XYZ, coming up next on the Dozen Trivia Tournament presented by High Noon. Welcome to the Dozen Trivia Tournament presented by High Noon. We have a huge second round matchup for you today. The winner of this match will take home the prize of being the winners of the Peach region, which for Frank and the Frankettes, the #1 overall seed means you'll have gone 1-1 if you're 1-0 if you win. 1 for 1. Win the Peach region. Nick, I'll start with you. Frank, I'll get to you in a second. Let me get my microphone. Nick,
Yeah.
Frank is disheveled.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a Mets hiccup before this.
Today we're taping on the 4th of May the 4th. Frank, may the 4th be with you. Does that help you feel any better?
It's despair, loneliness, and loneliness.
Okay, so this is airing in 2 weeks. How many games will the Mets have won in 2 weeks?
Probably as many hits as Francisco Lindor has, which will probably be none.
Okay, so that's Frank's Mets talk. How do you think Frank's going to get up for this?
We had to sit down and, I had to smack him around a little bit. And I said, Fleming, you fuck. We got to focus. We got to focus up. And he did. He looked at me dead in the eyes. He said, Nick, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for the team.
That's good to hear because you're the #1 overall seed. You have easily the biggest fan base, the #1 selling shirt, probably jersey and hat too. Can't let down the Frankettes out there. Oh, I thought there'd be like an extra comment. Kyle, hello, how you doing?
Unlike fucking Francisco Lindor,
Yeah.
who lets everyone down every day, I'm gonna have him be my fucking pallbearer.
Hey.
Classic one. Gen XYZ on the other side, back for their second match of the day when we're filming it. I guess I should stop saying that. People are like, what the fuck are you talking about? But you are playing technically on our filming day the second time. Maybe a little fatigue. You worried about that? Maybe too many trivia questions in one day?
Russ versus Russ, the ultimate test.
Gee, I should ask Jeff Dibbert that question because I knew you'd give me that type. How about, Rhea, give me a real answer.
I'm jacked the fuck up.
Okay, that's better. Large, you're in Dallas still.
Yep, still down in Dallas. Another tornado warning. I'll be fine.
You were called earlier, actually. I guess my first chance to talk to you. First time that we've been able to speak to you since the Misfits versus Nightmare match. That was ugly. 14-2 loss for Nightmare. The second worst, tied for the worst performance of tied for the worst. Have you heard that yet?
Wait, no.
You didn't know that?
No.
They lost 14-2.
The Nightmare Cons.
They didn't get one of their own questions until round 12.
Okay.
You were called for a phone a friend. It went one ring right to voicemail.
I know where he is, but whatever. Hopefully he calls. Answer it, Large.
Your call.
Not a win, Orange. Great defense.
Did you ignore Captain Cons?
No, I was at the press conference thing. Canelo Alvarez called Billy Joe Saunders' dad a pussy.
It's a good insult. I was hoping the hashtag Large ignored Cons would trend, but I guess not.
That does roll right off the tongue.
Everyone,
That's going to go straight to the top of
perfect
trending.
length. It would cut off and have to go to a second line on trending. All right, as always, 12 rounds of trivia, 24 questions. Frankettes, you have not played yet. I don't think this will be a problem for you. You cannot whisper. You must think out loud, talk out loud. You will get buzzed by the person who helps produce your podcast, and he has zero allegiance to you whatsoever. He will buzz you.
Yeah, it does.
Subconsciously, he does. And that's you can't gauge that.
You will get
see.
DQ'd on a question if you whisper.
All right.
As always, a clock. When that thing hits 0, it's over. Nick, your final answer guy. Jake, you going to take it back up? 1-0.
He's our team captain. He has to.
1-0. Okay. 3 lifelines. Phone a friend. The double sip. You guys all know what those are. You can answer a question twice, once a match, and the double dip. The double up, you can answer, make 6 matches. You can make any question worth 2 points.
Okay, double.
That was for you at home. Okay, here we go. Big match, the number 1 overall ranked team, taking on what I think may be a bit of an underseeded team in Gen XYZ.
Sure seems like it.
They just
9 is a bit low.
set a record. The first team to ever get 11 of their 12 questions.
Jesus.
All right, first category is Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, the first category. Do you guys want to double? You want to wait? Assume no doubles on any side. Frank the Frankettes, 35 seconds on the clock. What team had this opening day lineup in 1995? Lineup of Shields, Jose Offerman, Henry Rodriguez,
Hold on a
Dave
second.
Hansen.
This one's going to be in your court, Fleming.
All right. Jose.
We have 20 seconds.
And this is 1995, right?
1995.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers, Jeff.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. The Los Angeles Dodgers 1-0 for the Frankettes. Your side, 2010. That was clinical. Yeah. Frank's yapping about the Mets. He's going to be off. That was.
He just woke up.
locked
He
the
just
fuck
woke
in.
up.
That was locked in. Here we go. Opening day 2010. Skip Schumacher, Brendan Ryan, Colby Rasmus, Ryan Ludwig. Who is that? 30 seconds left.
Skip Schumacher rings a bell.
I think it's a Central team.
20 seconds.
For some reason, Cardinals come to mind.
Have all your lifelines as well.
I have no clue. I'm with.
I don't want to burn any double dips.
No. Yeah, you have no.
5.
Cardinals,
4.
final answer.
That is correct. The Cardinals,
that
1-1.
Do that.
1-1. Figured Frank knew it. That was risky.
Yeah.
Celebrity mashups.
Okay.
Celebrity mashups. Name the 2 celebrities in this photo. Frankette, 35 seconds on the clock.
That's Kristen Stewart, and is it Jeremy Renner?
Hold on. No.
No.
Not Renner.
Who's the penis guy?
Not Renner.
Who's the guy with the big penis? Michael Fassbender?
Is that Fassbender? He did show his penis,
Yeah.
and it was proven to be big, cinematically.
I think it might be Renner, man.
Do you think that's
15
Renner's got a
seconds.
flatter
He's
face.
older.
15
no, that's
seconds.
not his head.
You know, I.
Stewart and
10 seconds, Nick. I am going to need an answer, though. Or
We'll go
lifeline.
Jeremy Renner and Kristen Stewart.
no.
That is correct. Jeremy Renner and Kristen Stewart.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I had no idea
That
who
was,
the guy
that
was.
was, I asked for final, yeah.
Thank you.
Kyle almost blew that one up big time. Kristen
I
Stewart,
didn't
Jeremy
know anything
Renner.
about that. I don't know these.
2-1, other
I
side.
really know these things.
Well, it's not for you. Frank, this is, your teammates usually pick you up on this
Yeah.
one. Gen XYZ. Name the 2 celebrities in this photo.
That's the guy from the. Oh, that's the Night Watch guy. What's his name?
Jon Snow.
Yep,
and,
yep.
and that's,
Is
the
that
real
Emily?
name.
Is that Emily Ratajkowski?
yeah. Who's Jon Snow, though?
I don't know his real name.
Yeah, you do. He's the handsome guy. But that's definitely Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah, I recognize that face a little bit now that you say that.
Is it Kip something?
10 seconds. 8, 7,
I don't know.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, double buzzed him. Other side.
Is it Kit Harington and Emily
Ratajkowski.
Ratajkowski? Yeah.
It's Kit Harington, Emily Ratajkowski. That is correct.
Damn
I'm
it.
surprised I actually knew his
Kip,
first
yeah.
name.
All right, 3-1 Frankettes. 3-1 Frankettes. The next category is the National Football League. National Football League. No double intentions. Here we go. Frankettes, 65 seconds on the clock. NFL. Here's your question. In 2009, the Carolina Panthers had 2 running backs with 1,000 yards rushing. Name both of them.
Was it Jonathan Stewart, maybe? And, he's a running back for the Steelers for a while.
Who?
Where's that thing coming from?
I
think that's you. No, I think it might have been me. I don't know.
Who was on the Steelers back
He
then?
was a
Ignore the
Steelers, he
ding,
was a
folks.
Steelers running back after this from the Panthers.
2009 Carolina Panthers.
35
Foster?
seconds.
No.
Jake, do you know the running backs?
Large, hang on,
Parker?
please. Large, hang on.
No. After that.
25 seconds.
After Willie Parker.
It's like mix something? Is it mix something?
20 seconds.
I don't remember anything.
You have a
about the 2009 Panthers.
double sip or phone a friend as well if you want. But
Stephen
you have,
Shea would know this.
Stephen Shea would know it.
You wanna?
Do you want to call?
We still have college basketball. Let's call Che.
Yeah.
We'll call Che.
They're going to call Stephen Che. They're going to call Stephen Che. All right.
Do you know?
Here goes his call for Stephen Che. Jake.
He better pick up.
Says he
oh
knows
my
his
God,
name.
he's a new dad.
Oh, fuck.
No, he's home.
This is the worst day ever for Frank.
Taking advantage of every second. Smart.
Oh my God. Stephen Che. Oh no.
Ugh.
He's in the draft room right now. He's looking at film.
Oh, 10 seconds on the clock to answer.
Oh my God.
All right, we're going
That was a
Stewart,
spontaneous decision.
Stewart and
5, 4,
McReynolds.
No,
Three,
Jackson.
2,
Stewart and
1.
Yeah.
Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams.
Fuck.
Answer.
That is correct. 3-2. You can tie it up here.
We lost a phone a friend.
Shit.
That was
I
tough.
couldn't think of D'Angelo Williams. I was hoping you.
I just couldn't remember.
In 2015, the New York Jets had 2 wide receivers with over 1,000 yards receiving. Name both of them for the tie.
Another one comes to mind.
You want me to call?
No.
Is it?
I think I have it, but no, I definitely have one.
2015. It's not that long ago. Was a wide receiver of the Jets. Do you want me to? I can call Mangold. Is he good? Or
I
I can call KFC.
think I have it. No, I definitely have one.
Who's the one you have?
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one you?
no. There's 3 guys. How does double dip work with
Double sip. You can
double sip?
You can do double sip if you want. You have to give 2 different guesses.
You need it.
20 seconds.
Should we call
Are you gonna do
someone,
it?
or-
No, I'm just gonna guess. It's early.
Okay.
Okay. What's your guess?
We're gonna go with Eric Decker and Brandon Marshall.
Final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct. 3-3. Huge swing.
Braylon Edwards was the 3rd name running around. I knew he was a
Huge
Brown,
swing.
but
Category 4 is
bad.
music.
Yeah.
Music. That was the most shocking Frank and the Frankette development. Well, no, you guys did lose to Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Music. 4-4. Heating up. First niche category is college hoops.
double.
College hoops. They're going to double.
Double.
Of course they're going to
I don't
double.
know if
This
that
is for
can.
Frankettes. Frank and the Frankettes for 1 point. In 2014, 12-seed Stephen F. Austin won their first ever tournament game in an upset over what mid-major school?
Be like Davidson or something.
Mid-major. Davidson,
Butler.
Xavier.
Those aren't really mid-majors. They're only 10.
Davidson is?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of for a mid-major?
Dayton.
Yeah.
14.
10
Do
seconds.
you remember who won in 2014?
Creighton would. Well,
7,
Creighton might have still been
6,
dead. Yes.
Creighton.
Five.
Wanna say Creighton?
No.
Dayton. Final
Dayton.
answer.
VCU, 4-point play to force overtime.
That is correct. It's 5-4. Gen XYZ in a big spot looking for the upset. Can take a 3-point lead here in the niche category of college hoops, or 2 points. In 2016, prior to 11 seed Northern Iowa's heartbreaking loss to Texas A&M, what power conference team did they beat at the buzzer?
Kansas. Right?
No. Just thinking seed. I think I know it because it
No, it's
provided,
2016. No.
provided a. It's Texas. All the bench players were hand over their
Is that
head.
your answer?
Surrender Cobra. Texas.
you-
Final answer.
Okay, Texas is correct.
All right.
It is
Boys.
7-4, but here you go. This is doubled, I
Seven?
imagine. 7-4, down
Shit.
3.
Something in my drink.
World capitals.
It will double.
World capitals. What is the capital of Uganda?
It's Kampala.
Was that like a joke?
Final answer. I got so scared.
That is correct. 7-6. 7-6. Other side. You missed this. I imagine it'll be tied.
I will like to say we studied right before this.
Doesn't
We
mean
crammed.
You shouldn't have said that, because then if you miss it, that'll look bad.
We crammed.
Here we go. 35 seconds.
Oh my God! It's
We-
Port Mosby. It's Port Mosby. Mr. Mosby, Sweets Life,
Yes.
Zach and Cody.
Yes.
Oh my
Port
God! It's one of
Mosby.
the ones we studied.
What is?
Port Mosby?
You're just
Port
yelling,
Moresby. Yeah.
you're just yelling at, like you said, the guy from Sweet Life.
Port Mosby.
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
Oh,
It's sorry, Jake. It's Port Moresby.
Oh, come on!
It's not Mosby. It's simply.
come on.
I will not accept the complaint. It's not. You said the guy from Sweet Life, which you shouldn't have said, Because that just confirmed you didn't. I'm sorry, it's just not the capital.
You said it once.
What's your answer?
But then they
Moresby?
Yeah, you just kept giving me. You gave me. To be
Moresby.
fair,
Yeah.
you gave
That's
me
tough.
2 different names multiple times. I had to ask you to clarify. You gave me multiple names. I'm sorry. Tied up though.
big letter.
7 to
That R.
7. Oh fuck.
Ours are big ones.
A lot of points in the first round. Here we go. Bonus round time.
Che was pissing.
Okay, here we go.
Is he pissed without his pants? Like, where was his phone?
Time to make the donuts.
Bonus round time. Lights are down. It's 7 to 7. This has got fucking dense in here.
Can we whisper on this
No.
round?
Okay.
Cannot whisper on this round at all. If you do, you will lose
Frank,
the
let's
point.
not yell out.
Okay.
We'll raise
no
hand here.
yelling out.
Okay, here we go. Jake, you still final answer guy?
Yeah.
Nick, final answer guy. Here's your question. 10 seconds per one. You gotta get it in before the buzz, where you buzz people before. Name the 25 fast and sit-down pizza or Italian chains with the most sales in the US. So it could be a pizza chain or an Italian chain or both.
Fast pizza, meaning like delivery?
Okay, so restart. It's any chain that is a pizza or Italian chain, whether it be fast food or
Sure.
sit-down.
Okay.
Like if this was burgers, you would take both like a fancy burger place and then McDonald's.
Got it. Got
Okay,
it.
Go.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Domino's.
Domino's.
We don't whisper.
No, yeah.
Papa John's.
Olive Garden.
Little Caesars.
Noble Romans. Noble Romans.
I don't know what that is.
Sparrows.
Sparrow.
Papa Murphy.
What is Papa?
California.
California Pizza Kitchen.
Carrabba's. You guys like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Carrabba's.
Buca de Beppo. Is that how you say it? De Peppo?
You do have 5 seconds.
Buca de Beppo.
What do you guys think about Macaroni Grill?
How about
Yeah.
CC?
Yeah.
That's a big one. CICI.
5,
CC's
4,
Pizza?
Jake,
CC's Pizza.
that is correct. You have a 9 to 7 lead. Monumental upset is brewing here.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Papa Murphy's.
Papa
I told
Murphy's.
you.
I'm sorry,
Papa,
Frank.
Told you, Papa Murphy.
I'm
Was
sorry.
Noble
you did.
Romans on there? That might be an Indiana thing.
I've never heard of
Okay,
it.
here we go.
They're in Idaho.
Oh.
All right, next category, 9 to 7. It's getting nerves in here. Category 7 is the NBA. The NBA.
All right.
This is for the Frankettes. 65 seconds are going to be on the clock for this question. You guys do not have your double or your phone a friend. You guys do not have your double. I believe you have both the other ones. Is that correct? Hard to keep track. Here we go. 65 seconds. During the 2010-2011 season, the Sixers had 2 players with 6 or more assists per game.
I don't have a fucking clue.
The Nets went like 9 and 73 that year. I completely lost interest in basketball that season.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Got 50 seconds to come up with something.
6 or more assists on the 76ers.
I don't even remember anyone on that team at that time.
You know anybody?
35 seconds.
The Sixers, 2010, 2011. Who won the Super Bowl that year?
10-11. Well, that was
20 seconds. You have to start through.
Steelers.
All right, Steelers. Same year as the Steelers are winning.
No, the Packers beat the Steelers. That's right.
Yeah.
Team. 12 seconds. Probably want to throw something out. You're just going to pass.
I don't want to say any names.
Okay.
2 guys I know are on the Sixers. I don't know about the time range. Elton Brand and Robert Covington. But those are 2 guys that I don't even know if they overlapped.
Evan Turner was
30
maybe the guy
seconds
that I
for
guessed.
steal,
I don't even think he was
obviously.
on the
I don't
Sixers
think he
then.
was on.
And I don't even think he was good for the
excel,
Sixers.
Yeah. Those are 2 guys that I know have had at least semi NBA success. Large, any input?
No, I have no fucking.
All right,
Yeah,
Elton
same.
Brand and Robert Covington.
Thank
Correct answer
God.
is Drew Holiday and Andre Iguodala. Drew Holiday and
I
Andre
know.
Iguodala.
Yeah, we all know that.
Andre Iguodala,
Here we
yeah.
go.
Holiday.
During the 2014-2015 season, the Kings had 2 players 20 or
be
more
all right.
points per game. Name them. This one you knew?
Yeah, the Kings?
Hold
Hold on, don't say anything.
One is-
It was before Buddy healed because he was in college until 2016, so can't be that.
One is like a point. Was he a point guard? Played for the Kings, and he played for the Pacers for like a season.
Do you want to call?
Who do we call?
I don't know Coley's number.
I have Coley's number, but would he answer?
Yeah, we haven't talked to him prior. Large, any input?
35 seconds.
Oh, you want to call Coley?
Yeah, but it's not a guarantee that he'll answer.
25 seconds to figure it out.
wanna
Throw
call
something
him?
out there.
Where's my phone?
Let's keep some momentum.
So you're gonna call.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna call
You're
Coley.
gonna call Coley. Stop the timer. Gonna call Coley.
You call Che, he's done pissing.
Yeah.
What a day.
FaceTime, right?
We'll be all right, Frank.
FaceTime?
FaceTime.
Did you just fix your hair to call Coley?
Yes, I did. Well, no, it's not to fix for Coley. It's for the cameras because there's like. But I just realized I look like shit.
I'm saying to Coley, I'm texting him Vibs on a FaceTime.
Genius.
Right, and then you guys-
Can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't do that. No, you cannot do that.
I just cheated.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, you
he's
can't
not
do
gonna answer
that.
anyway.
I mean,
so
he's
it'll work
if he's
itself out.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, he's.
It'll work
Yeah,
itself
I'm
out.
gonna
Hang on. There's still some rings left.
No.
Okay, now it's
Yeah,
done.
phone away, large, phone away.
Let's not say
Cannot do
anything
that.
yet.
Cannot do that.
At least he said it.
Let's not say anything
I know.
yet,
At
Frank.
least he said it.
Can I
know.
send a mean text to Coley?
10 seconds. Yeah, you can. No, not right now.
Okay, all right.
10 seconds.
We punt. We punt.
Punt.
Yeah.
Other
Is
side.
this DeMarcus Cousins?
Could be DeMarcus Cousins and who was like, who else was
I
on?
like Cousins.
Peja Stojakovic,
Oh, no,
Mike
sorry.
Bibby.
Bibby was gone by then.
Yeah, they were. Could be DeMarcus Cousins and
I don't know anybody on the Sacramento Kings. Nobody knows anyone on
15
the
seconds.
Sacramento Kings. That's the NBA witness relocation
All
program.
right, you guys got 10 seconds, I think.
DeMarcus Cousins and
5, 4.
Jason Richardson.
Large got away with it. He said the other one. It's Rudy Gay and DeMarcus Cousins.
Oof.
Too late though. You guys punted. Here we go. Next
not hear him say
category.
that.
Right,
Movies. Down 9-7. Movies.
I also cheated by calling him.
That's true. This is for the Frankettes. Down 9-7.
Hurt myself in.
5 rounds left. Name this 2010 movie based on blank poster. 35 seconds.
That's easy A.
Easy, yeah.
Final answer.
That is correct. Easy A. 9-8. Here's your question, Gen XYZ. Trying to keep the lead. If you miss this, they get it. We're tied up. 2010 movie.
Get him to the Greek.
Yeah. Large, do you want to talk it out?
Yeah, I think get him to the Greek.
Yeah.
Final answer? That is correct. 10-8. Uh-oh.
My favorite movie.
4 rounds left. They're on fire.
You don't
But you
miss.
gave Vibs his favorite movie?
It's my favorite movie of all time.
Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, brother.
Stadiums and arenas is the next category. 65 seconds for this question. You're going to see 3 stadiums. You need to sort them out east to west.
Now Coley's calling me in my
Sort
pocket.
them out east to west.
Hang on.
Frankette, 65 seconds. Talking Stick Arena, Little Caesars Arena, Toyota Center.
Okay, hold on a second.
Talking Stick is that Arizona?
Yes.
And then Little Caesars
Detroit
and Toyota.
is Houston.
So
Okay, so it would be Detroit, Houston, Arizona.
Yeah, so
So Little Caesars,
Toyota.
Toyota.
Talking stick.
Talking Stick. Okay.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. 10-9.
I like those questions.
Other side. Sort these arenas east to west. Ball Arena, Bridgestone Arena, T-Mobile Arena.
Okay, I know 2 of them. I don't know where Ball Arena is, but I think if we double sip, unless Ball Arena's in California, we're guaranteed to get it. But it's not.
Do you
a
know where they are,
guarantee.
Large?
I know 2 of them.
I have an idea, but these guys can also steal, right?
Correct.
They can steal.
So double.
Unless Ball
Right, double
Arena's
sip, yes.
unless Ball Arena's really west.
Okay, where's Bridgestone?
Nashville,
I think Ball Arena's in. Where's T-Mobile? Do you think?
Vegas. So it's
Yeah.
Nashville and Vegas.
Okay.
So unless Ballerina's out west.
I've never heard of Ballerina. Yeah.
Ball is Denver, so if we go, Bridgestone is
Denver's
what?
the Pepsi Center. Unless they changed it.
No,
15
it's Pepsi
seconds.
Center.
Do we want to double sip and put T-Mobile on the way west and flip the first two?
I'd double sip.
Okay,
So
double
Double
sip.
sip. What's your first guess?
We'll go with Bridgestone Ball T-Mobile.
That is correct. Bridgestone
You
Ball
just don't
T-Mobile.
miss.
It's 11
We're
to
done.
9.
No, we
We're
got a
all right,
double.
Frank.
what is
We're all
double
right,
sip?
man.
All right.
What's ball?
Ballerina's the Pepsi Center.
Ballerina is the
They
Pepsi
did.
Center.
All right,
Change
all
this
right.
year.
We're all right,
Oh,
Frank.
fuck, yeah.
Yeah, but we were gonna
Three
double sip.
categories
Did they change
left.
it?
Yeah, they just said they
When the
changed
Mets
it.
go bad?
No,
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 stop,
we-
stop. We're all right. We're okay,
Yeah.
man. It's all right. It's a game. Just like
Television.
baseball.
Frankettes. Television. The television show Burn Notice was on USA was based in what city?
Were they always sweaty in that show? Is that why it was called that?
Burn would give that off.
Could it be, whatchamacallit? Where is the Langley, Virginia?
Langley, Virginia? You want to guess Langley?
That's where the CIA is.
Yes.
Is that where it is? I don't think he would use
Burn
the
Notice was
language.
about a CIA agent who basically had his
DC?
reputation ruined, and that was what the Burn Notice was.
Wait, was he on
was
the
it-
run?
No, but he just had.
Well,
He
would it
couldn't get a
be-
job. He couldn't get anything.
Five.
I was going to
Would
say
it be DC?
Four. Langley, Virginia.
No, why did DC? What?
DC, final answer.
Miami?
No
Is it
clue.
Miami?
Yes.
Miami.
Final answer.
That is
thought they were
correct.
sweaty.
Miami 12 to 9. 3-point lead.
This isn't good.
If you get this,
We're crushed
It's
today.
all right, man. It's
if you
okay.
get
We'll be
this,
This whole day was
you have them dorming.
The
Guaranteed
minute that
overtime.
they said that
We're okay.
Here we go.
would happen.
Television.
I
The
knew
TV
we
show
lost.
Not over
Monk on
yet.
USA was set in what city?
He was neurotic. He was a germaphobe.
It's a Tony Shalhoub vehicle.
I got no clue.
I have
You guys
no
wanna talk
idea,
this out?
Large. What do
Large,
you-
any educated guess?
I remember Wings. I don't know, Monk. I got to be honest.
You want to say New York City?
10
Should
seconds.
we guess a big city?
9.
LA?
Something. And
Los Angeles. Final answer.
San Francisco.
San Francisco?
final answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got one back. 12 to 10. 4 points remaining.
I actually watched that show.
You don't watch the Carolina Panthers, but you watch.
You watched Monk.
Monk.
Yes, I watched Monk. He reminded me of me.
All right.
We needed that.
Next category is beverages and drinks. Beverages and
no.
drinks. What?
Large is the bev drink.
Drunk.
You got the soda review guy on your team.
Yeah, we do have a soda review, man.
Here it is.
I know.
35 seconds on the clock. Frankettes down 2 with 4 points remaining. What orange variant of Mountain Dew was released the
Live
first time in
wire.
2003?
Oh, sorry. Live wire?
Live wire.
Yes.
Final answer?
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. 12-11. Oh, starting to shake over here. All right, other side. If you get this, they have to get each of the final 2 questions correct to avoid a monumental upset. What did Pepsi call its soda variation that came with a lemon flavoring, first introduced in 2000?
This isn't the type of drinks I'm good at.
Large, I have no idea.
No clue.
Lemon.
20 seconds.
Trying to think of clue words with lemon in it. Lemonade, or
I got no
We're
idea.
Golden.
literally racing. This has been the
yellow,
toughest match yet.
sunshine,
And Jake, I need a guess or just nothing, whatever you want in 5, 4,
sunshine.
3. Other side.
Pepsi Twist.
I think it was Pepsi
15
Twist.
seconds.
Pepsi Twist, Jeff.
We are tied up for the final round. Pepsi Twist, 12 to 12. Holy shit. Haven't had this happen yet, so I didn't know how it would be in person. Here we go. Last category is cars.
Fuck.
I believe you both have your double sip.
Yeah, we do. We have ours.
We used
Okay.
it.
You used it. You have your double
All
sip. Here we go. Frankettes. Cars. What company makes this car?
Well, we'll double sip. That looks like the grill of a GMC.
I like that.
Okay, but let's get other options.
Let's use our time here. I don't want to set them up for a steal, though. That's where this
Okay.
double dip is a fickle bitch. GMC Buick.
I mean, we all know the same model.
Are you gonna use your double sip?
Yeah, we definitely are.
10 seconds.
We'll use. We'll say GMC first.
That is correct. 13 to 12. If you guys get this, you go to overtime. you get this, you go to overtime. Here it is. Cars. 35 seconds on the clock. What company makes this car?
It's Is that a Subaru? Large, you know?
It's either a Subaru or maybe a Kia.
I think it's a Subaru
Forester?
Forester, maybe. No, I think it might be a Subaru. Jake, do you have any idea?
Nothing.
10 seconds, need
I'll say
something.
Subaru.
Subaru. You missed this, the game's over. If not, we go to overtime.
Yep.
That is correct. We head to overtime, 13-13. Holy shit.
Is that an Outback?
That is a Subaru. That is a Subaru Forester. Okay. Subaru Forester.
That's like one of the best-selling cars.
So is a GMC KDA. They both were. They're both top 15 cars. Where the fuck is my mouse?
My mom's own too.
It's the #1 car driven by lesbians. True fact. You know what the #1 car by gay men is? Jeep Wrangler.
Jeep Wrangler.
No.
I would have guessed the Explorer.
It's so hard to laugh when.
Hey, we're all right, man. Look at what we just did. And we're making for good TV.
Nissan Probe.
What's better than making good TV? Anything?
All right, overtime. First overtime of the tournament. If the Frankettes win, they escape. If Gen XYZ wins, massive upset, and might I say, Dark Horse Cinderella is on. Around the world is the theme. When I show the question, I'll read it. At the end of that 10 seconds, end of reading that, the timer will begin.
Yeah.
Nick and Jake March, final answer, guys. 5 rounds. Whoever has the most at the end wins the match. Name the 26 most Instagram places, landmarks, and events in the world.
Okay.
The Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
Grand Canyon.
Super Bowl?
Grand
5.
Canyon.
Grand Canyon.
Statue of Liberty.
Or like Coachella.
Whoa.
Events.
5, 4.
Liberty.
Statue of Liberty.
What do you guys think
kidding
about
me.
Golden Gate Bridge?
You want to?
Super Bowl's only, there's 60,000 people
okay,
there.
fine.
Golden Gate Bridge, anyone can go.
Okay.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay, we gotta think about this.
10 seconds.
Landmarks, places,
How about the
events. Dude, Coachella has to be one.
how about
Everybody there is
how about the
Instagramming it.
pyramid?
3.
Coachella.
Pyramid.
Coachella.
What do you guys think about the Leaning Tower of Pisa? People.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
Leaning Tower of
Jake. I
Pisa.
love that. Oh,
See?
all right, for sure you had that.
Hold on.
We only have 10 seconds.
Hold on. The pyramids of Giza.
Do you like
Yeah, I
that?
like
Pyramids.
Pyramids, the Giza Pyramids.
Empire State Building.
No, what was that? Oh, the White House.
The White
Do you guys?
4.
White House.
Three.
White House.
Incorrect. 10
Wall of
seconds.
China.
Great Wall of China.
Yeah, Great Wall of China.
Great.
Big
There's,
Ben.
there's a ton of Chinese people.
Great Wall.
Great Wall of China.
I like Big
What
Ben.
the?
Unless you guys can think of other things.
Go, go.
Big Ben.
Big Ben for the upset.
That is correct. Gen XYZ with a monumental upset over Frank and the Frankettes. The #1 seed goes down in
we're all right.
overtime.
We're all
Frank,
right.
stay there, Frank.
Good job, Large.
Unbelievable.
The Fleming curse will never end.
No, we're okay.
Hang on.
That's why we lost.
Hang on.
For that one.
Incredible upset.
Oh, boy.
Nick, what did it come down to?
It came down to the last round, Jeff. I don't know how some of those aren't on there, but
How is the Great Wall
Yeah.
of China not on there?
You can win the rest of them?
yeah.
Hold on a second. Yes.
I would like to see the.
I want to tell you where.
That's kind of crazy though.
I want to tell you.
This is a hard one. This is the hardest one we've
Great Wall of
done.
China was 34.
What's Coachella?
Not even on the list.
Yeah, I didn't like.
There's like a million girls.
This is a whole world.
Disney. Oh, you said Empire State.
Yeah. And people love the
Okay.
Empire State Building.
Times Square.
Disneyland, Disney World, Oktoberfest, Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick,
Myrtle Beach is on there.
Yeah, I mean,
Spring break.
You know what?
2013.
This is the first season. Nobody remembers the first winners. We'll be back next year. We'll be all right. And these guys are really good. I think they were underseeded.
No, this should not have been the 9 seed. This is we
But,
got
that's all right.
we got a bad draw that they were the 9 seed when we have people like
Sales is going to be
like-
pissed at you guys.
like
We
Nightmare
know this is
and
better for television.
and
It's
who did they
Frank,
play?
you
Who did Nightmare
guys.
play?
Misfits.
The Misfits. Yeah, I mean they only played 2 games. They should have been the 9 seed.
Frank, we'll talk after. Stick around though, Frank. I need you to stick around for a moment. Gen XYZ, Large, you'll be back in Dallas tomorrow on here. Vibs, Jake Marsh, anything to say?
I agree with Frank. I think we were a little underseeded, and hey, you just got to play the people on the bracket.
Unbelievable upset. They will take on the winner of the Big Screamin' Honkers and the Experts.
Yeah.
Frank at Clubhouse is going to be tough now. All right, thanks to High Noon. We'll have that second round matchup tomorrow.
You see, this is what happens when the Mets go down the
Yeah,
shot.
it's not the Mets' fault. This is our fault.
All right, it's the High Noon post-game show here at the Dozen Trivia Tournament. My goodness. Not a UMBC over Virginia. You guys are very strong. But Northern Iowa, Ellie Farokmanesh.
9
over
over
Kansas,
1.
maybe? 9 over 1. That's
Yep.
right. Guy knows his college hoops.
Yep.
Stunning upset. 13-13 final score in regulation. That is insane. You blew a bit of a lead there. They roared back at the end. Subaru, huge, almost got talked out of it, I feel like. You went 2 ways, but that's all in the past. You pull up the monumental upset against Frank the Frankettes, the fan favorites, and now you have the winner of the Experts and the Big Screamin' Honkers. You've played the Experts before, and you've beat them. Mm-hmm. How do we feel? Is there a team you'd rather see? I'm not going to ask you that because you won't give me a good answer.
No, I want to play the best team. We played the number 1 seed. We beat them. I want to play all the best teams on the way to the championship. I want to prove that we are the best team.
Okay, it's the Honkers, so Vib says fuck off to the Experts. Jake, give me one of those scripted things you do.
You know, we're in the Final Four, and we can take a little time to celebrate. But when we wake up tomorrow, it's showtime. Cut down the nets. You know?
Can't say that. It's copyrighted, that word, so we have to cut Final Four and bleep it out. So every time we say Final Four, we're bleeping it.
When you're in the semifinals.
You got to do this a second time. First team to go 2-0 here in the tournament. You move on. You've won the Peach Region. Congratulations on winning the Peach Region.
Right here.
Peach High Noon around
Right here. There's a whole tree.
That's a tree. Don't rip the tree down.
I could drink a peach high noon for hours.
Here we go. Moving on to the last 4 teams, the winners of the Peach Region. Gen XYZ 1 step away from the championship.
Oh yeah!
And just knocking over the bracket. My goodness, that's it for this match. More second round matches coming up. This one was pure insanity. Thank you to High Noon, Dozen Trivia Tournament. Talk to you next time.